My phone is working overtime. Swipe up, swipe right, but I don't know why. I try to fall asleep, but it hits me like a storm and I can't escape.
Better late than never. They have waited a few extra hours and they have spent most of their summer preparing for this, the Little League World Series Championship Game. It features teams from the West, California, and teams from Japan. Hamatsu City, Japan, trying to defend the Little League World Series title for its nation. This team's a little bit smaller than ones we've seen in the years past, but they're having as much fun, if not more. And there are the sneakers and the tennis balls, and the team from California, who, trust us, does not rely on a great deal of luck to win. These are the two best teams still standing. One will be Little League World Series champion.
All things considered, fine crowd on hand for this championship game. And following our rain, it's a little bit cooler here in central Pennsylvania. Temperature dropping down into the 50s. Big crowd on hand from California. And Braden Salzman is ready to go here, Earl. And the first pitch is put into play and went out. Catania to Prado.
Seen the footage of him getting hit right on the brim, saved his face, the emotions he's had, but he's been through the ringer on the field. He's 1-1, had to suffer an extra inning walk-off, but then he responded back and has gotten a save and a win. And this little man is glad to be on the mound today for the West.
Got a home area umpire behind the plate, and how excited is Tom Rollins calling your balls and strikes right there. He's from down Harrisburg way. He has umpired 21 years after his wife failed to convince him to coach his daughter's softball team, but she did convince him to go to umpiring school. He says he's got a lot of second guessers in the area. I got to tell you, he was out here earlier than both teams. He was out there. He couldn't wait to put on the face mask and get after one of these great volunteers that we've got here. And again, the fine second baseman for Japan slaps it foul in a web jam. You see that play he made in that one game? I had not seen that piece of this youngster's terrific.
Individually, this team from Japan is not as strong and is not as athletic as the last team that won last year, but they're having more fun than anybody, and they play as a team, and they have such a huge heart, that never give up attitude. In size and stature alone, the California team is 3 inches average height higher and 29 pounds.
Full count, swung on and missed. So there's the difference in size, and you can see how much bigger the youngsters from Huntington Beach are. And that, of course, is the average, but not here. Here's the exception for Japan. Yoshiki Suzuki, and he's a big fella. And Salzman better be careful with this young man. Back up the middle. Catania again. 1, 2, 3. California will be coming to bat for the first time. It's a Little League World Series Championship. Welcome back to the Little League World Series presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. It's Japan and California for the World Series Championship. And let's meet the fine youngsters from Huntington Beach, Southern California.
Hi, my name is Eric Anderson. My favorite baseball player is Ichiro Suzuki.
My name is Christian Catania. My favorite baseball player is Orlando Cabrera.
Hi, my name is Justin Sianka. My favorite baseball player is Ken Moore, Gauntine.
Hi, my name is Hagen Danner, and my favorite player is Grady Sizemore.
Hi, I'm Jack Freer. My favorite baseball player is Albert Pujols.
Hi, my name is Stephen Koski. My favorite baseball player is Josh Hamilton.
Hi, my name is Anthony Martinez. My favorite player is Paul Weldon.
My name is Jason Marga, and my favorite player is Albert Pujols.
My name is Dylan Palmer, and my favorite player is Mike Napoli.
My name is Nick Prado, and my favorite player is Joey Votto.
Hi, my name is Braden Salzman, and my favorite player is Evan Longoria.
My name is Ryo Takada, and my favorite player is Ichiro Suzuki.
Hi, my name is Trevor Windish, and my favorite baseball player is Torrey Hunter.
And the fans from California are ready to urge these youngsters on here today. And out on the mound, Shoto Tosuka will be the starting pitcher, right-handed pitcher.
5'3", 109 pounds. He's appeared in 3 games already, started 2. Really a little veteran on this staff that does not melt under pressure. And the one thing you'll notice most about all the Japanese pitchers that pitch here tonight, immaculate mechanics and great control. The kids from California love to swing the bat. They might be swinging early in the count.
So here in central Pennsylvania, it's about 3:40 in the afternoon, Eastern time zone. And as you move further to the west, where the youngsters are, and a lot of folks probably watching Huntington Beach, California, 3 hours earlier, 12:40 p.m. And it's already tomorrow, 4:40 a.m. in Amatsu City, Japan. The first time that Amatsu City has sent a team to Williamsport. Some of the parents are still here. Others of them had to leave and are now back home, hoping to get word, and there will be a tape delay showing of this game one way or the other. And the leadoff hitter, what a Little League World Series Hagen Danner has had. He has led the competition with 10 hits. Folks, he's batting .556.
A great athlete. You're going to see hand speed, eye-hand coordination, and athleticism on the bases. .556, 10 hits, leads the whole Little League World Series. Pitching dominance.
We're going to try to work him outside. And they do twice. Put him down in the count, 0-2.
We will see the Japanese team walk hitters off the edges of the plate as soon as they get ahead.
This time he's not afraid to ask for the ball off the plate, and got it.
If you want to be impressed throughout this game, watch how often the Japanese pitchers hit the target. When they get to their area, their spray pattern is not very big from where they're aiming.
Iwamoto again shifts to the outside, a little bit closer, and slapped into play. Shortstop, and 1 out on the throw across from Maguchi.
And the accuracy of their pitchers throughout the staff is the fact that they have such great mechanics. And this was a very nice play. They've played solid defense. They've made a few more errors than we've seen in the past, but we never see their emotions or their team spiral out of control out of a mistake. Very strong mentally.
Here's Windish.
Ball. And the reason I wanted to just comment on their mechanics, it just shows how quickly you can learn to play baseball at a very high level if you do it properly. Ball. At age 7, Coach Suzuki told us these kids, when he had them started, they couldn't even play catch. It wasn't about their eye-hand coordination. They've been blessed genetically. It's they have done it with very hard work and good, solid coaching.
3-0 is the count on the California shortstop, Trevor Windish.
He's played second base. He's played short. He's been an outstanding athlete. And the California defense actually probably better than the Japanese defense.
And he could come in and pitch here. And the Japanese pitcher got a wide strike call there to make it 3-1.
Ball.
And that's off the plate, and so Windish is the first base runner in this game, and that'll bring big Nick Prado up, the youngster who pitched brilliantly against Montana yesterday, and he also is a powerful hitter. Hit a triple in the regional final against Northern California. They were trailing at the time, and then Stephen Kotkowski followed with a 2-run home run, and those are the 2 biggest hits probably in the summer for Huntington Beach. So here comes Nick. There's his father, Jeff, the manager. Mom is up in the stands. She's been here. Nick's not afraid to take a little look at an umpire if he doesn't agree. He did a couple of times pitching yesterday. Right on that corner, and now he's down 0-2 in the count.
You talk about polished mechanics. You talk about polished approach to the game. Nick Prado has it also. When he's on the mound, he's exceptionally coordinated. And at the plate also, very pretty swing.
Come inside. The catcher set up there.
Iwamoto almost disappeared behind Prado there with that inside target. It's like, where is he throwing it?
I was thinking, where'd he go?
Yeah, all you could see was almost the glove by the hip.
Slap to the first baseman off his leg and right to Igetta. Oh, is Igetta, brilliant fielder. Almost a double play on the throwback to Iguchi. Did you see how quick Igetta was on the ricochet?
Absolutely love the smiles, but the concentration throughout the play, not giving up, no assumption here at all. Going over to back up the play. No, I'm going to get the ball. As he heads this way, you see he didn't have to react to start moving. He was already coming this way and naturally fed this ball. And this is one thing we have noticed for sure. Plays do not stop right away this year in Little League. Aggressive base running and fielders who are willing to throw the ball.
Kotkowski, the cleanup hitter, steps in. Windish taking second base on the out at first. 2 out for California. We are in the bottom of the first inning. It's Japan and California for the World Series Championship.
Well, we had the fine team from Montana that played in the U.S. Championship, and they played California. And the key in that game, the manager said, was getting on the board first to calm the butterflies. And I think California would love to do the same in this game.
Gets away, and the runner will take third. So California with a runner at third and a count of 2 balls and 1 strike after the wild pitch. So now a little conference here with the Japanese team.
It was really interesting because Suzuki, the first baseman, came in first and called everybody in, and they named him the captain. Coach Suzuki, not related, named him the captain coming into this year. He was very shy. His personality was very sedate and low-key. As soon as they put the C on him, he became the leader of this team and outgoing and outspoken. Really changed the team. And then Coach Suzuki, the way he encourages smiling and relaxing during the game, a completely different culture we're seeing with Team Japan this year.
Lights have been on here for the afternoon, and they will be for the remainder of this game. With overcast skies, 2-1 the pitch to Kotkowski. But it looked real dicey earlier today. It was coming down. It began in the night. There was another front that had moved in from the west that sort of got locked in from the movement of Hurricane Irene to the east of here.
Ball!
But again, the grounds crew has done a great job. So it's California and Japan, and now California with a couple of base runners. And if you want to compare California with Japan, the population 127 million in Japan, 300 leagues. But take a look at California with a population of 37 million, 827 leagues, 22,000 teams, and you can see the championships, 7 for Japan and 6 for California. So we are looking at 2 of the dominant powers in Little League baseball, Japan and California. And California threatening here in the bottom of the first inning. Tosaka hitting that outside corner, makes it a ball and a strike. Three out, and guess who was in the middle? Get it. As good a second baseman as we've got here at the Little League World Series. So Japan, one of the great baseball playing countries in the world, trying to win still another Little League championship. Welcome back to Williamsport. Japan and California move to the top of the second oral, scoreless.
I'll tell you what, these kids from Japan have been trained to hit the ball up the middle, but when they face a firm thrower like Braden Salzman, sometimes you get a lot of foul balls, like against Venezuela.
Fouled away.
Thrown got a lot of foul balls.
Line drive, just foul.
Japan has fouled off 14 pitches.
And there's another one.
Most foul balls I've seen here. It's got to be the world record in foul balls.
That's just remarkable.
I'll tell you what, they battle, they have heart, and that never give up spirit that they have brought with this team. A little less skill, but great mentality for the game.
Iwamoto steps in. He's the Japanese catcher, number 7, his first at bat. One of the many left-handed hitters that they've got on this team. Swung on and missed. And he's quickly down on 3 pitches. That's the second strikeout of the game for Salzman.
Well, the team from Japan has the second best batting average here in the finals at .333, California 313, and the difference in this game might be what we see so far is Braden Salzman on the mound representing the best pitching staff we've had, which is California, with a .43 ERA.
Well, 10 of the 14 players on the Japanese team are left-handed hitters. I have never seen that percentage come to Williamsport before. And here is another one. Takakura, the strong-armed right fielder who can also do some pitching for them in push-ups for good luck. Play. And that's strikeout number 3, and Salzman extremely efficient here in the early going.
He is attacking. He has been their closer a lot of times here in the Little League World Series. Here he throws a little changeup, and I think that would be a very effective pitch against Team Japan.
4th consecutive left-handed hitter. Aguchi, the shortstop, steps up right now.
Ball. Kids from Japan are very good fastball hitting club, and when you make them roll over the ball or throw them the off-speed stuff, it takes away some of their timing.
Puts it in play, foul.
And that's what the team from the West, and Braden Salzman in particular, is trying to get them to do, which is to pull the ball. Their hits come to the opposite field, and they have swung the bat very well. But the way he's pitching right now is a very effective style against Japan.
Palmer's in tight at third base. Line drive right to Catania for the 3rd out. So it's 1-2-3. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 2nd inning after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Well, or when you take a look at some of their favorite players, what did you see?
Well, it's changing over the years. Albert Pujols now down there with only 9 votes, but Derek Jeter creeping his average back up around 300 after a tough start of the year, still at 21 and one of the most popular players. And you see Alex Rodriguez not on there, but Ichiro always in strong in the middle of the pack.
Well, guess what? Every year we've got a team from Japan in here.
There we go.
There's a few votes for Mr. Suzuki. So here we go. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Christian Catano leads it off.
Ball.
Trying to work that pitch count. Remember, 85 is the max that you can throw, and these youngsters will go as far as they can. And this is the last game of the Little League season, and these 2 teams are left standing. Brother watching from the stands.
That was Lucas.
Ball and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 2nd against the leadoff hitter.
I tell you, Christian Catano has had a great Little League World Series. We talk about Hagen Danner and his .556 average. Well, Catano has a .500 average. So there are a lot of stars on this team. Ball.
2-2. 25 pitches here in the early going. Tusaka. Shoto Tusaka on the mound for the Japanese side. Oh, beautiful pitch. And that is his first strike. So our entire group of umpires that we've got here today, and what an honor it is. And there at second base, Nancy Presto from Mexico, only the second international woman to work a game at the Little League World Series. Folks, she was a heck of a softball player down in Mexico, and she's going to be a coach of their national team down there when they go to the Pan American Games. And had a nice little chat with her before the game, and some of the other umpires were telling me, well, she's done a terrific job here.
She's been fantastic. You know, second international female to be here, and it's very high quality umpiring.
So here comes Braden Salzman, known as the Brim. His first at bat here today. Sort of unusual to see a youngster from California who likes the Pittsburgh Pirates. I actually forgot to ask him. I wanted to when we spoke briefly down in the dugout. I got to catch up with him. There's got to be a story there. Normally, of course, youngsters from Southern California gonna like the Dodgers or the Angels, the case might be. I know they've switched out there as the fortunes have switched in Southern California. 2 balls and a strike, swung on and missed. I think it's 2-2, isn't it? Yeah.
It's just a new thing that they're trying, throwing the ball around early to kind of anticipate the out.
And that's Otsuku's come on to catch here.
He just
in this inning. Wants to get that arm loosened up. You see, folks?
We want to go to the speed up rules. Just 2 strikes on a hitter. As a former pitcher, I would like that rule.
You would like that.
Oh, that'd be
you guys. You pitchers are always trying to get the advantage on those poor hitters.
El Caballo up at the plate. The horse, that's his nickname.
Ball. That's ball 4, but we've changed that nickname
to the Brim.
So Modern Family has 17 Emmy nominations, more than any other broadcast network show. So we're going to celebrate with a special 1-hour season premiere, ABC's Modern Family, and that'll be Wednesday, September 21st. Folks, can you believe that September is upon us? Summer has quickly disappeared. Football season, at least the college portion, underway next week. It'll start Thursday night, and there's one that got past the catcher, and Salzman will take second base on the wild pitch.
Anticipated a lot of control out of the Team Japan pitchers, but they are he's not throwing strikes today. His mechanics look solid, but it almost looks like he's a little bit intimidated by the West lineup.
Now here's a youngster who hit the big 2-run homer against Montana yesterday, Dylan Palmer. And that was the big blow struck against Billings, as California with a little payback. Montana had that dramatic 1-0 win on the walk-off home run, and California did not hesitate. They ran out 3-0 in the second inning, and here's the reason why. Dylan Palmer went long balling. So it's 2-0. Hit deep down the right field line. A beautiful running catch. Takakura snares it on the line, and look, even the shortstop applauds that catch. That was a beautiful Little League play in right field. How many right fielders in Little League can make that play and then give me the big smile?
Great speed out there, great reaction. He has a great arm. He doesn't have to show it off here, but he could end up being one of the relievers in this game. But Dylan, you hit it good.
Anthony Martinez up for Southern California, the center fielder, number 22 now. Salzman at second base with 2 out.
He thought some motivation, as we look at his mom, Amber, was when the team from Montana qualified for Williamsport. He felt motivated. The team from Montana, they qualified in the same area, came out and watched their final game in the regional, and then the West joined them, and that ended up being the championship barracks. The team from Montana won their region. They ended up in that area, and then the team from the West won it. The 2 teams ended up being friends, Brent. A 54-inch television
that
brought
them
together.
Well, put into play, and there's a backhanding and a throw. What a second baseman he is. Oh, mercy. Oh, take a look at this play.
Kenny Agetta has been outstanding the whole Little League World Series. Team Japan showing a lot of heart and a lot of ability. They're going toe-to-toe with Japan. Japan and the West are going toe-to-toe 0-0. You take a look at this play. Nice little fastball away. Man in scoring position. Keep it in front of you. Keep it in the infield to save the run. Make a solid throw to first base. And get the smiles on your faces and find your bats.
Last March, the entire world turned its eyes toward northern Japan. That horrific tsunami. The images that were recorded and sent around the world horrified everybody when you saw the devastation. But then this summer, their national women's soccer team played the final and in a shootout upset the United States and lifted the spirits of an entire country. And now here today, the Japanese youngsters, their Little League team from Hamatsu City, will try to do the same and give them another world championship. And wouldn't that be a great add-on? These youngsters, the coaches, the manager, they all told us that they watched that soccer team this summer, and they couldn't have been happier when their women hoisted the trophy. It was a brilliant, one of the great sporting events of this summer. And stepping up now, here in the third, there was some of the coverage, incidentally, and some of the headlines and the pictures of those gals. They're probably still buzzing about that over in Tokyo. Base hit, first base hit of this game, and it's a line drive by the third baseman, Seiya Fujita of Japan, and that, for Japan, is their first base runner of this game. And there's one of the left-handed hitters, Oral, going the opposite way.
He did a good job staying on the changeup. Braden threw him a little change up right here. You see this ball spinning and going down and away, but held his hands back and was able to hit this to the opposite field. That's where they would prefer to hit the ball, up the middle or to the opposite field.
So here comes our special pinch runner, Kato Suzuki. He's the designated runner. Smallest man, youngster at the Little League World Series, scored twice for them against Mexico in that international final. Foul ball, and then he came up and he also got a base hit. So this youngster had himself a day yesterday as Japan won 5-2. 68 pounds, a Little Leaguer.
Oh, and he was hit by a pitch once. I'm like, how did that feel? But you know what? He ran down to first base, got on the base, and looked for a sign. I said to the coach, how did you train a youngster that small and possibly could be intimidated to do that? He goes, he just glad to be on.
Not going to get him with that quick throw as Hagen Danner. That great arm. What a game Danner pitched against Central Pennsylvania, against that Keystone Little League team. So here's Tosuka. He's the pitcher, drops down a bunt. And now here comes Suzuki, and he's going to score the game's first run. How about this youngster? A beautiful bunt was dropped down the play at first, and Suzuki didn't hesitate.
The bunt is really good. Dylan Palmer did a great job coming in and being the reaction. Nick Prado has a great idea of getting the ball over there, but just throws it behind him. And the pressure of the runners, we've seen this throughout the Little League World Series, that the runners just really don't want to stop. Not typical Little League baseball anymore.
Oral, tell Little Leaguers in particular about when you make a throw like that, how you really like to have a man stationed there.
Well, you do.
You're not a quarterback in that situation.
Exactly. But you know what? These kids play at such a high level that they think they can do anything. They feel bulletproof. But in a key situation like that, it might be better to just be a little bit more emotionally disciplined and just kind of eat the ball and wait for the next batter.
So a sacrifice and an error scores the runner. And here's Yoshida, the left fielder, as Japan jumps ahead 1-0. So there you see in the first 4 games, they did not commit an error. Sloppy at times against Montana, although it certainly did not hurt them. But here in this game, the runs could be a little bit more at a premium. It puts them behind. He'll readjust that mask. Cheetah takes a pitch outside. Japanese youngsters are excited. They got to run. They're ahead. Now, Little League, the world's largest organized youth sports program, more than 2.5 million kids play in 50 states and 80 countries. So if you want to learn how to start a Little League baseball program, littleleague.org is a place to visit. Here comes that foul ball attack.
They'll battle you. Small in stature, trying to hit the ball up the middle, but if you put one around the plate, they will foul it off and wait for another pitch.
A single, a sacrifice, and an error. Little ball puts the Japanese team ahead. Ground ball to short. Windish up again, and he's got him. So Japan takes a 1-0 lead over California in the top of the third. Looking live at the Howard J. Lamade Little League field, where Japan leads California 1-0 as we take a look at our Choice Hotels game summary. Come on, Phineas.
Japan and California, and Japan's got the 1 run on a little base running aggressiveness and an error.
Foul back out of play now. Here's a hitter they better be careful with. Hagen Danner, his second at bat, Oral, grounded out in the first inning. Comes in with 10 base hits, more than any player at this year's Little League World Series. This is one of the outstanding players of this competition. This young man, he has a great future. Baseball scholarship. Some university awaits this young man. Going, we're tied.
Nice work.
They're going crazy back at Sud Surf City Sports Grill. Hagen's brother Garrick and sister Anna Lee are watching the game there. That's where a lot of the fans are gathering back on the west side. And I'll tell you, Hagen has put on a show this Little League World Series. Now extending his hit lead at 11. The most at the Little League World Series this year.
Trevor Windish now steps up for his second at bat. So small ball 1 and long ball 1. Japan and California deadlocked here. Bottom of the third. Windish chokes up. Oh, a nice play by Fujita at third. Defensively and smiles. Japan has featured both.
A good reaction, inspired by the glove and punctuated with the smile. The young man goes up, reacts to the ball, catches it, and then everybody's supposed to smile on that side.
And here's Nick Prado, the first baseman. Line drive, base hit. So Prado's first hit of the game. He's on. Katkowski's coming up. And the Californians now starting to loosen those bats up. Wide stance. Back into the screen.
Nice solid stance and approach at the plate.
Right. Tony Sianka, the fine third base coach for California, was instructing him on the weight transfer. As he looks down at him right there, there's Tony. His son plays on the team. Does an outstanding job, along with the manager and Jose Martinez, the first base coach. And there's his son in the dugout.
And he's instructing him on his front foot, trying to get that up and get it down soon enough.
Said in the dugout, how you guys holding up? They all said, almost like a chorus, we're ready to end it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Check swing foul. And of course, along with the coaches and the managers and the umpires, all the other volunteers and some of these title sponsors, they just simply could not do all of this without both volunteers and special thanks to a couple of the sponsors. Subway Restaurants and Hilton Honors. Was that my friend Suzuki over there in the Japanese dugout I just heard? High in the air. Off the screen. There are 3 Suzukis. They are not related. And if you pick up a Tokyo phone book and you turn to Suzuki, you say, now I get it. This is Smith in Japanese.
I have not picked up a Tokyo phone book in a while, Brent, but I'm going to go and look. I'm going to check into that. He's
largest city in the world. It's a heavy phone book, okay?
Well, he's one of the youngest managers ever to come over here for Japan. And his style is different.
And Matsushita, who checked in to play a little second base, he just picks up where Igetta left off. So we have 2 out, 1 on Takada. And he will be pitched hit for by Mayorga. So Mayorga will bat for Takada. Everybody has to have it at bat. One of the great rules of Little League Baseball. Ball. You know, Earl, I always think every year when you and I do the championship like this, somewhere out there in this wonderful country, there are a bunch of youngsters who are saying, we're going to get there next year. We got a chance. And there's some fathers and there's some coaches, and they're just gearing up to do it. And Mid-Atlantic, these are a couple of their fans out there. You know that some of the youngsters on that team, they said the same thing. When the Mid-Atlantic team was watching TV, we want to get there. And what a delight it was having Clinton County here. Keystone Little League. Congratulations to everybody. Players, coaches, managers, fans. You were great, as are all the people in central Pennsylvania. I so much like coming here for this event and Penn State football. You can't beat it, folks. And the season is here. Thursday night, you asked me Thursday night, ESPN's got a game and we'll be underway, and Kirk Herbstreit will join me Saturday night. I know you'll like to watch Oregon LSU, my friend.
I'll watch a little bit of that, and I'll tell you what, the attendance records we set here, we're going to surpass some of those crowds there. We got over 400,000 people watch these kids. This Little League World Series, the all-time attendance record. You see the Penn State hat there. She doesn't look like she likes me.
She might be a Pittsburgh fan. The Pitt Panthers, maybe. Swung and missed and got him, and that'll do it. 3 out now. So Hagen Danner, his 11th hit of the Little League World Series, and it was a big one as it tied Japan at 1. And we're going to be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Well, we welcome you back to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I think I spot a little sunshine breaking through the clouds, too. It's a little bit brighter right now than it has been at any time this day. And we're going to take a look at our fresh take from Williamsport, brought to you by Subway. Well, Japan seeking its first back-to-back championship since 67-68, and California looking to win the second championship in 3 years. The U.S. has won 4 of the last 5 years. And Oral, how about that attendance record we've set?
414. That's absolutely amazing, eclipsing the 381. Today, 9,156. Putting up with the weather we've had because of Irene.
And Prado did not get him with the tag, and he's safe. whipping down Matsushita. And Prado wants him called out for being out of the line.
Let's take a look here. You create your own baseline, and I don't think he goes out. No, he's fine. He started when the attack attempt was there. He was not out of the baseline, and I'm not sure he might not have got him at the end there.
But that was interesting on that replay. That was closer than I thought on the play.
They might want to review that. The West might. They have 2 unsuccessful video replay requests. You see there, if he misses them there. But let's take a look here. When the ball arrives.
Can't tell from that angle. Ball and the glove are covered up. No way you can tell there.
Looks like.
And so Jeff is coming down. Are you going to talk now to first he's talking about the line. I mean, he's not talking about the possibility of an out at first base.
No, that's all right. We're not going to go look at the
create your own baseline as you're running down there. The 45-foot line, which is not 45 foot in Little League, it's 30 feet, is for when the catcher is going to make a throw and the runner is not running in fair territory.
It's interesting about Tom Rollins, the umpire. The previous 2 years, he has been a replay monitor official. He sat back with the monitors back in the booth, and so now this, you see, he missed the tag and he throws to first, and I think the argument should be safer out on the play, but it's too late now. One throw has passed, and here is Yoshiki Suzuki, the big fella. Kenny Agetta comes back in to run, and this is a straight switch, and so Agetta will obviously go back into that spot as you can under Little League rules, and he'll return to second base. So here comes Suzuki now, and he could be a bomber. Hit both of his home runs in one game to the opposite field. Takes a strike on that outside corner, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Suzuki looking at, but the sun coming in and out, hard to see the ball when the lighting is changing.
Yeah, we are now bathed in sunshine.
Yeah, he glancing around. I'll tell you, something's got to give here. The team from the West. It is beautiful, isn't it?
Thank you, Mother Nature. Good night, Irene. Swung on and missed.
They got him. The team from the West, when the opponents have a men on base, they are now 1 for 38, which is an .026 batting average. And they just went through Suzuki, who's one of the best hitters in this tournament.
Atsuka comes up for his at-bat. So he replaces Iwamoto, the 4th hitter here in the 4th inning. Is that youngster who just loves coming here, get himself a good American hamburger. And you can do that in Williamsport, young man. I had a good one at that hotel we stayed at. That Holiday Inn down there.
I think you're smarter too.
It was just dandy.
It was an express.
1-1. That almost went over my head. I'm glad.
A lot of bunting from Team Japan. The defenses throughout this tournament have been pinching at the corners, and this is no different here.
Got the corner again.
They started out bunting at the beginning of the tournament and surprising people. Then people started pinching in, and while they now use the bunt as a surprise after they get a long ball or a double, they'll immediately bunt right after it when people are on their heels.
Gets away, and the runner, Agetta, moves on to second base. So Kenny Agetta on the wild pitch takes second base. We've got 1 out, and the count is full on the hitter, Matsuka, with his at bat. Swung on and missed. So that is 2 outs now. And let's check in down below with Kyle Peterson.
All right, Brent, thanks. Neat story for this team from California. Andy Oswick, who actually played in this Ocean View Little League back in 1979, and then later coached some of these kids when they were younger, was sitting at home, watched the first 2 games, said, I got to be out there. I have to go see this for myself. So he catches a red eye last Tuesday, flies out. Well, he actually coached Dylan Parlin when he was growing up just a few years ago. Coached Dylan when he hit his first home run. After that first home run, Dylan got into the dugout. He pointed at the sweet spot, said, this is a sweet spot at the bat. Always remember that. So when he gets here this time, the first thing he does, goes down and sees Dylan, points to the sweet spot again and says, hey, remember, here's the sweet spot. Well, after that home run the other night that Dylan hit, the first thing he did, looked up in the stands and said, I remember where that sweet spot is. But neat for Andy to be out here and get a chance to see it.
It's wonderful, isn't it? Sugiura is now batting. So he replaces Takakura in the lineup. Swung on.
Dylan Palmer hit this ball to the opposite field, and it was a big one. These were insurance runs that really spread the lead for him when they were playing the young men from Montana.
Thanks for showing me the sweet spot.
About the sweet spot.
Line drive foul.
Speaking of those kids in Montana, isn't there a new kid growing up out there in Montana that might be a good arm to help them in the future? Grandpa?
Yeah, I did become a grandpa here. Billings, Montana here. My son Scott, his wife Erica, gave birth to Bryce Busberger the other day. So a few years we'll get him out there on the mound and see what he could do. I don't feel any older as now Salzman comes back with another strikeout. Sugiura strikes out. So Salzman strikes out the side. 6 for the game. What a great Little League game this is. We welcome you back to the Little League World Series presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. It's Southern California and Japan for the Little League World Series Championship. And we are deadlocked at 1 as we come to the bottom of the 4th. And Southern California will go to Sianka. Justin Sianka will be a hitter here. He was the defensive replacement in the last inning.
These young men from the West want to get the bats going again.
Tuesdays this fall, Tim Allen returns to ABC. Brand new comedy about a man's man living in a house full of women. Tim Allen is the last man standing, and that'll begin Tuesday, October 11th. Kenny Agueda has returned to play second base as Justin Sianka, nicknamed Kong, comes to the plate for Huntington Beach. Swung on. We should point out that the Huntington Beach Mayor, by the way, has announced a parade for this Little League team on September 10th back in Southern California. So they do deserve that.
Whoa.
What a fine Little League team this has been. The youngsters of Montana will have theirs on September 3rd back in Billings. September 10th in Huntington Beach. Bottom of the 4th now.
Yes, he did.
Swung on and missed.
We're not supposed to root for anybody, but I'm rooting for Justin Sianka. I'm looking for him to get his first Little League World Series hit.
He's got it. Get it. He's got it. His pops is happy. And right now, let's go to Kyle Peterson.
All right, Brent, thanks. Joined by Andy Oswick and Don Palmer. Now he's going to stand up and cheer. We just told the story, Andy, a minute ago of how you got out here. What I didn't throw in is the fact that you rented a car because you weren't sure if you could get a room. You've been sleeping in that car the whole time. Why such dedication to come out here?
You know, my son played at Ocean View Little League. I played in Ocean View Little League when I was a kid, and supporting the Little League here and at Williamsport, I couldn't think of any better way, and it's worth it. I'm sleeping in my car just to be out here, and it's been a great experience. I'm so happy for Huntington Beach and the boys out here.
Well, you got to see this guy's son hit the home run. Don, your son hits a home run the other night. We saw your wife afterwards. It was the first home run he'd hit in All-Stars. What's it like as a dad to see that moment?
Indescribable. I mean, it really is. Just the whole summer has just been unbelievable. It's been just every step of the way, something new, some new hurdle, some new milestone. It's just been a fantastic run. It just keeps getting better and better every day, every game. I mean, this is so fantastic just to be out here. I mean, this is like the gravy game, we're calling it, just to be out here. I mean, I would have never imagined. If you would have told me this 2 months ago that our team was going to be here, I said you were crazy.
Well, it's been a great show. Now we get a little sunshine, too. So, exactly. Guys, good talking to you both. Right back to you.
All right, thank you, Kyle. Ocean View in its first Little League World Series. They lost to Hawaii in the regional final a year ago, 4-1. And back in 2000, The state of Washington beat them 3-2. The pitcher Salzman has come up to the plate. You know, back in 2000, they had not yet expanded, so the Northwest played against the West teams too, and then they broke into two groups out there, Northwest and West, as the Little League World Series expanded to 16. So for Ocean View Little League, Huntington Beach, California, their first trip to Williamsport, and it has been a wonderful experience here. 1-1 is the count on Salzman. So there, and that is one tough region, folks. Hawaii, I've broadcast a couple of their championships. Northern California, they got to the finals of that region this year. Arizona and Nevada, they can play a little baseball out there. So that is one tough region. And Huntington Beach, when you come out of the West region, you have already accomplished a great deal in Little League baseball. 2-2 is the count. Swung and missed, and Salzman is down.
Tatsuka continues to battle out there. He's had some traffic to pitch through, but some of it he started himself with some walks and some hits, but just the one home run from Hagen Danner is the blemish on his side.
Now Jack Furry will get his at bat here for California. So number 27, right-handed hitter. Great moment for him. So we began in sunshine. For a time, it looked like we would end under a cloud cover, but not to be. The sun has broken out over these wonderful Little League baseball players in Japan and California. Have a chance to finish it in the Pennsylvania sunshine. How about that?
Hagen Danner with the home run for the West, and that gives them 3. But their home runs have been down here, Brent. Japan only has 5.
Furry awaits the pitch outside. Now it's 3-0 with 1 out, and it's possible that he'll take this pitch.
I would think that he's the only guy on the team that still needs that first hit. Now that Justin got one.
Outside. So 2 on, and when we show this on a graph, I mean, they're not just down, folks. They are remarkably down. And this is the final game. And so they're going to be way below the last 3 years. And a lot of people think, well, it's because of the bats. Those composite bats have been outlawed here.
Little League is going to another level in their testing. They're trying to test the bats all the way through failure, and they found that when bats were broken in, they actually got springier and the balls went further. Now if a bat fails before the specification before failure, they ban the bat, and they put stickers on them now to test them and to make sure they're accurate. And I think it's really, the goal is to get the bat to act more like wood. And the more it acts like wood, the better the game seems to be for Little League. And they can't say that it makes the game safer, but it definitely brings in singles, defense, cutoffs, and relays, and the ball stays in the park a lot more.
Eric Anderson is the batter, and he drops down a bunt. A beautiful play by Suzuki. Force out at third. Suzuki did not hesitate, and he got the lead runner. What a play by a first baseman.
His break from first base, the way he reads the batter and the barrel of the bat, you see him sprinting in, and he grabs it, and as soon as he's got the ball, the out is going to be recorded. He's there in so much time. He could have taken his time and just got it over there, which he did.
Better be careful here with Danner coming up now. Runners on first and second and 2 out. And if California could select any hitter to come up in this situation, Hagen Danner would be the man. Already a home run in this game. A chance to put California ahead for the first time. More hits than anybody. 11. Couple of home runs. Batting average of .550 against the best Little Leaguers in the world. Got away, and the catcher turns back, and now the runner's going. the throw safe. That was close at third base.
That was close, and it was nerve-wracking for the West. You've got your best hitter at the plate in an RBI situation with 2 out, and you sneak a toe in there to keep that situation alive.
So that was a great play by Jack Furry, who had come in as the hitter, and Furry took third, and the runner stayed at first on the play. Now a ground ball to short, and this will do it. 6-4. And so Japan gets out of the jam. We are through 4. It's a championship game, and it's a beauty. Tied at 1.
Welcome back to Williamsport, where the score going into the top of the 5th is 1-1, Japan and California. But let's take a look at our Kellogg's Frosted Flakes moments of the game. They dream about coming to the Little League World Series, playing on heaven on earth, playing against different countries, playing against different states. But what they end up doing is surprising and impressing us all. And most of all, the smiles and the joy that they show us as they go through this Little League World Series.
And here we go with the top of the 5th inning. Japan coming up. And Iguchi, their fine shortstop, and one of their 10 left-handed hitters. Will start it off, and he slaps one foul. The sunshine has broken out here in central Pennsylvania for this championship, and what a finish we've got planned here.
Play. Ball.
A ball and a strike. Salzman now at 54 pitches. His counterpart, Tosuka, I believe, is around 75 here. And ground ball slapped to second. And that pulled Prado off the play. Sianka had just a bit of a hesitation getting the ball out of the glove, and then had to rush it, and that's an error on him as Prado is pulled off the bag, and that allows Iguchi to reach base. And so here's Okamoto, who was a defensive replacement. And this will be his at bat. So a runner on at first. The third baseman has to be aware of a possibility of a bunt here. Doesn't show it, takes a strike, and it's suddenly 0-2. California not fully convinced that they might not try to bunt with 2 strikes. But they did not show it there.
I'll tell you what, the error behind Braden Salzman has inspired him, as we see the instruction from Coach Suzuki. Salzman is pouring in the fastball. These are some of the best fastballs we've seen by him in this game.
Slap it foul, Okamoto. Well, Little League is the world's largest organized youth sports program. More than 2.5 million youngsters play around the world. Dial up littleleague.org. Swung on and missed.
I'll tell you what, he poured in the fastballs, and he finishes them off with a little spinner. A little breaking ball right here. He does a very nice job concentrating and making a quality pitch with 2 strikes, making it look like the fastball and breaking away.
That's 7 strikeouts, Earl. His last 4 outs have been strikeouts. Slap back. And out of play.
In our little pitch count down there, you see pitches at 61. The max is 85, but you'll also see the velocity of the pitch register. And if you see a second velocity come up, that's the major league equivalent because of the difference between the 46 feet and the 60 feet 6 inches at the big league level.
Away from the catcher and taking second base is Iguchi.
Little League instituted some pitching pitch count rules to protect these young arms, and you see 85 the max. And since this will be the last game of the year and of the tournament, they will go with these young guys as long as they're pitching up to a quality the coaches want to see, and then, as Little League would say, remove them at 85, please.
So the Japanese pitcher, Tosaka, waits the pitch, slaps another one foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he's getting stronger as we go along, as 4 of his strikeouts have occurred here in the last 2 innings. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Salzman bringing the heat again.
It's almost like he's taken on another personality. He has not been a starter for this team that much here in Williamsport. What he has done has been the reliever and closer, and he's really changed gears as we've gotten here closer to the end of the game. It's like, okay, I'm going to empty the tank. Here I come.
And here comes Kato Suzuki. Remember, he ran into Japan's only run when that was back in the 3rd inning. Now it's his at bat. And it's no balls and 1 strike, and you can't go to sleep on this, the smallest youngster at the Little League World Series. He slapped a base hit against Mexico yesterday. That's 2 strikes.
He scored 9 runs, has 3 hits. The 9 runs are because he's the special pinch runner most of the time, and he gets out there and flies around the bases, and they've been getting some hits when he's on.
Ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Salzman is up around 68 pitches now. Swung on and missed. He has struck out the side in each of the last 2 innings. 6 consecutive strikeouts, 9 for the game, as Braden Salzman starts bringing the heat. And California and Japan are deadlocked in a World Series beauty. Back after this message and a word from our ABC station on ESPN2. So, folks, we're coming right down to it now. Who wants to win it here? Here is the youngster, Tosaka. He has 75 pitches. This could be his last inning. Windish, the shortstop, swings and misses on the first pitch. Tied at 1. If you just joined us, Japan scored its run on little ball. Single, sacrifice, and a throwing error. For California, a home run by Danner. And we are deadlocked at 1. The starting pitchers have gone the distance. You know, you take a look at these umpires where they're from: Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Mexico, Naperville, Illinois, Gerald, Texas, and British Columbia, Canada. All of them volunteers. They've done a wonderful job here today, as they have all tournament long. So there's the California dugout. Those youngsters on the edge of their seat down there. Boy, here they are. They've come this far. They got a chance to win a championship. Japan won it last year, 1-2. It doesn't get any better than this. The Japanese fans have got some of their flags with them over here now. The flag of Japan waving in the breeze here in Pennsylvania, out beyond the left center field fence. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Doesn't get any better than this. The sun is out. How about this, Mr. Hirschhausen?
It's absolutely amazing. This Japan star last year in 2010 when they won, Natsuki Mizumachi. And if you go back to 2009, Chula Vista, it's almost like they're playing a best of 3. Luke Ramirez, Kiko Garcia, remember Andy Rios?
Yes. Full count. And Windish takes strike 3 on the corner. And now the youngster pitching 81 pitches.
Well, we've seen the 2 pitchers throw their great fastballs. That's a nice spinning curveball right there.
That's the comparison. And this, we'll see how Tosaka does here with this, perhaps the last hitter he faces. Nick Prado. He's a tough hitter. Catcher sets up on the outside. The pitching hero against Billings, Montana in the United States Championship.
He has a very fine left-handed pitcher and a fine hitter at that also.
Takes a strike. That young man that he'd like to meet, Joey Votto, Canadian. What a career he's had with Cincinnati. What a great hitter he is.
MVP in his pedigree. Nick Prado would love to be the MVP of this West team here.
1-1. Drives it. Off the shortstop's glove. Iguchi couldn't hang on, and Prado is on first base. That is the first even little blemish on the Japan defense here today. And it was a rope, and it's a hit. And you certainly cannot blame Iguchi, although he had a shot at it.
It was very, very well hit and just snuck through the webbing of the glove.
Now the youngsters, it's interesting. The captain Suzuki heads right on over, brings the infield in. Make sure you get one. With one out.
One out at a time. The instructions from the Japanese bench, our interpreter overhearing everything that comes out of the microphone over there.
Last hitter for Tosaka. He has reached 84 pitches.
Right.
Obviously, he can finish against Kotkowski, who's a powerful right-handed hitter.
Oh.
Well, this would be an outstanding time for the West to get a run, not only to put them ahead here in the bottom of the fifth, but as the sun came out, now we could have a shadow issue at home plate where the offense would be a harder challenge.
Did you say a shadow problem? Can you imagine when we got up this morning, you and I ever thinking that you might say a shadow problem?
No,
how about that?
not today.
Oh, well, that's great. 1-1. There it is. Gets tougher and tougher. Bulldog knows it. In those late afternoon starts in Dodger Stadium, folks, he was brutal. You could not get it off of Mr. Hershiser. 2 balls and a strike. And it is now 2-2. So Shoto, Tosaka. He's all finished as the pitcher after this hitter. 1 out, 2-2.
Ball.
And the count will go full. And out in the Japanese bullpen, the youngster we thought we would see plays a great right field. Takakura made a terrific running catch when he was playing right field earlier in the game, and he's out warming up. Strike 3 called. So that's his final hitter, and that is a big strikeout. Nice pitching.
Hey, okay, let me see. Hey, let me see. Okay.
Great job. We're going to take a break. Look at these smiles, huh? Are these kids enjoying this championship? What a game. Come on back. So we welcome you back. We're in the bottom of the fifth, 6 innings regulation Little League. We are deadlocked for the championship. Japan won, California won, and Oral, tell us about the new pitcher here.
Well, Takakura, his biggest thing that he did was he hit his first home run ever here and created a lot of smiles. He's also the funny man on their team, but he has an exceptional arm, plays right field and has a gun, and he's a pretty good pitcher.
You know, well, I've got a moment. I want to thank the fellas down in our truck and some of the women who work down there. I'll tell you, what they bring to this event's unbelievable. Tom McNeely, our producer. Doug Holmes, our director. Bonnie Riley, our associate director. They have just done an unbelievable job, along with our great camera and people and our audio folks. The love that these people bring to this event, folks, and you you go back when they were playing 3-4 games a day. These people were grinding the hours out. So I just wanted to take a moment while I've got it here, because this one's going to have a great ending. I can tell you that right now. Swung on and missed. Ball gets away. And that lead runner will take second base here with 2 out for Southern California.
You know, Brent, Ryo Takada, both his parents grew up in Japan, are from Japan. They primarily speak Japanese in the house. So he's been acting as the translator for their team, and there they are up there. So these two teams are very close to each other because of this young man and the fact that he speaks both English and Japanese. So they're not playing strangers from across a far off land. They're playing guys they've actually gotten to talk to. And Ryo himself is 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs against lefties here at this Little League World Series. So this is a key moment with that runner getting to second base.
Hey, you're the guy. All right, just give me two good swings.
Tony Sianka down there, the coach. Takada's the hitter. And these two countries won the last 2 championships here in Williamsport. Ground ball to short, throws to first, double play. Chula Vista, start your celebration. So Chula Vista 2 years ago, and now Huntington Beach trying to do it. Swung on and missed. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Takada. Prado is at second base.
Ball!
Outside. As the left-hander comes in here. So Prado represents the go-ahead run out there at second base here. We are in the bottom of the 5th. Tied at 1.
Ball!
And the count will go full. And we got a little breeze still blowing in the area. You can see from the flags and the trees here, this wonderful complex. Here's the full count.
Ball!
And now 2 runners on.
That's a little more challenging for the hitters now with that shadow, but there's still plenty of light out there for them to track the ball.
Christian Catano, the second baseman, will come up here. California runners at first and second. Catano swings and misses. To right field, but the right fielder measures it. Totsuka took a step in, then went back. The 3rd out, and folks, we're moving to the 6th, and we are tied at 1. We welcome you back to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Japan won, California won, moving to the top of the 6th with the breeze blowing from right to left field. Somebody pulls one toward left field right now and get it up in that breeze, and they might have something going. Uchida, the center fielder, will lead it off here for Japan. We take a look at Salzman. That's only his 70th pitch of this game. Now look how efficient he has been each inning. So he has really kept that total down.
He did a great job pitching around the air last inning with the 3 strikeouts. Struck out the side, like you said, in the 2 prior innings to record all the outs.
Last 6 outs, but that streak is broken. Base hit. Base hit for Uchida. Put it in the right spot.
Little check swing bunt, not even a swinging bunt, not a natural bunt, just on a little check swing bunt that ends up being in the perfect place. Salzman off the mound, can't reach it in time. Prado comes to it from first, and then you can't get over there. Catano from second in time. You get yourself a knock.
Now we get it. Comes back up, and Palmer shortens up at third base if they start to play small ball again.
Well, you talked about if somebody pulls a ball to left field because of the strong wind. Well, these left-handers for Japan love to go to the opposite field, and the next hitter, Suzuki, especially with his 3 home runs.
He does shorten up. Right back to the pitcher who's going to wheel and go to second. Got the lead runner. Salzman did not hesitate. He knew with the ball butted right back at him that he had a play at second.
There was a little bit of panic, but a lot of great eye-hand coordination. As the ball comes back to him, it rebounds out of his glove. He closes it a little early, but he grabs it on the top of his glove and makes a great snap throw to second base.
On the fielder's choice, Ikeda's on at first, and here's their big hitter, Yoshiki Suzuki. And Salzman will have to be careful with their big fella. He stopped him so far today. Ground out and a strikeout. Whoa! Got away from the catcher. And this will move Ikeda to second base on the wild pitch.
Well, if there was a time for an intentional walk, if you're the West, this could be it. Suzuki is definitely their best hitter.
And the next two hitters, the next two positions, there are 4 strikeouts for Salzman. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
And what an interesting situation for Salzman and Hagen Danner behind the plate, because they call their own game. They're taking the responsibility for every pitch.
Right back at Salzman. He's got the lead runner, but he threw behind him. And a great play by Palmer. Wouldn't let him get to the bag. Palmer put up a backstop.
Well, he would have been out anyway for sliding head first into third. You can only slide feet first when you're going to a bag. You can slide head first going back. But Salzman on the mound does a great job picking the runner off. He usually gets throw ahead of the runner, but he did a fine job right there. And Dylan Palmer blocks the bag, which is fine, but the runner should not have been sliding head first. Little League has outlawed that to protect hands, elbows, and fingers, and it's done a very good job, that rule.
Iwamoto comes back up, swings and misses. Suzuki's on at first on the fielder's choice. There are now 2 out, top of the 6th inning.
See Hagen Danner behind the plate, calming down Braden. An exceptional job calling the last 2 pitches to the big hitter Suzuki. They went breaking ball in a key situation, even though they were behind in the count, Brent. They really have some baseball acumen out there, a lot of savvy, a lot of poise, and a huge situation for 12 and 13-year-old boys.
Pop's watching his son pitch a beauty. Missing outside. I noted that crowd, the California crowd, on that first base side. That looked like it was a strike, but it was off the plate. 2-2 and 2 out. Put in play. Tough play, but a beauty. Catano threw a bullet at Prado. Prado, whoa, and caught it, folks.
Catano makes the same play. This one, fortunately for the West, goes a little further, a little chopper to the right side, but the bullet catch by Prado was absolutely amazing. Look at this throw. Look at that catch. I'm not sure if he sees it, but it's going into the bottom of the 6th tie.
1 run to win it. Back after the message and word from our ABC stations. Japan, 1 run, 3 hits and no errors. California, 1 run, 4 hits and 2 errors. Oh, what a beauty this is.
Let's take a look at Dairy Queen's ridiculous play of the day. Not only is this ridiculous, a play to go 1 in this home run, but Hagen Danner, as ridiculous as he's played here, unbelievable. The stats he's put up: 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Now they are tied at 1. He will be the 4th hitter. Will he be jumping around like that at the end of this game? We'll see in a minute.
So Braden Salzman, who has pitched brilliantly, will be the leadoff hitter here for California in the bottom of the 6th. You know, you go back to a decision before the game. Japan won the toss and elected to bat first. Now California can end it in the bottom of the 6th with a run. I guess, call me old school, but if I win a flip of a baseball game, I'm the home team.
It's always nice to know what you need to do when you come to bat.
Now in the bullpen, because as I look out there, 83 pitches for the young man at the plate right now. So maybe they will elect to bring in the fresh arm at the start of the inning. He could throw to 1 more hitter, or even 2 if you get the first hitter with 1 pitch. So we shall see. And now they go to 3-0 on the leadoff hitter, Salzman.
And he might get the green light with that wind blowing out to left field. It is blowing out strong.
He was taken.
If you're in the big leagues, this is a pitch you cheat on right here, Brent. You don't look for the walk. You look to end it with one swing right here. Start early. Hope you get a fastball down the middle.
He's ready. Ball. And it's a walk. The leadoff hitter is on. California looking to win the Little League World Series Championship. Dylan Palmer will go down and talk to the coach. And the manager will come out and talk to the Japanese infield.
流れを作っておいて、この回我慢してこい。次の回そうしたらピッチャー変わって順チャンス来るで。まだ、ね、我慢。数を慌てなくていいで自分のペース。で、お前はもうゆっくりやれここは。少しでも長い時間野球ここに入れるように。まだ。よし行こうぜ頑張って。
He said, did not worry about the walk. Play to your own pace out here, and let's not worry about it. You understand? Let's go.
Takakura, Kazuto Takakura, so manager with a big smile, wished them all good luck. And now Dylan Palmer steps in. Did not show bunt. Anthony Martinez would be the next hitter, and then to Danner at the top of the lineup. Bounding fall.
This Dylan Palmer, remember this, he was an exceptional power hitter for this team, and this was a key home run. He's got long ball power. Can he end this one with something like this?
So that two-run homer gave California a 3-0 lead against Montana in the second inning. Ball is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Family watching. Palmer ready at the plate. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. And Salzman stops right there at second base. So California with a walk and a single, threatening to win it here in the last half of the 6th.
Not trying to do too much with this. Drives it right back up the middle. That uppercut swing, get the hands above the ball. Same reaction from the home run, just not quite the outcome yet.
Ocean View Little League, Huntington Beach, Southern California, trying to wrap it up right here. The first 2 hitters are on. Anthony Martinez goes to bunt, and it's a strike. You know, Jeremy Lundblad, our great statistical leader, has just told me we've had 4 extra inning games so far. Jeremy thinks maybe they'll get out of this jam. Swung on and missed. Got to thank the stats crew. Dennis Reno, Steve Glasser, Mr. Watanabe, Ryan McChrystal, and John Tejeda. They've given you great stuff all week long.
They've been outstanding. We've got an outstanding finish.
Swung on and missed. Now 1 down.
Well, we got an outstanding extra innings. We'll see what we get. A little hard to pick up the spin now in the breaking ball, the change of speed. We go from light to dark because of where the shadows are.
This is some duel coming up now. Hagen Danner, more hits than anybody at the Little League World Series, will try to end it. Ground ball to short. Bobbled by the shortstop. Bases are loaded. 1 out. That's an error on the shortstop, and we haven't seen many of those with this Little League team. And now the winning run is perched at third base with 1 out. And Trevor Windisch will be coming to the plate.
Yeah, that's Iguchi. 9 days ago, he broke his finger on his thumb on his glove side. And he hasn't had as much practice as everybody else, but they're going to try and pick him up right here. You see as they gather at the mound to talk it over.
Bases are full. Salzman is on third base.
Right here.
One out. Japanese infield in. Windish. Little check swing. Suzuki's got the lead man. Suzuki to the catcher, and now we've got 2 out and the bases loaded.
A little indecision on the swing. You get the check swing, and Suzuki made a nice solid play as the leader and first baseman of this Japanese team.
Now it is Palmer at third base, and it is Nick Prado at the plate. Open stance against a left-handed pitcher. Oh! Who was aiming with his first pitch. Takakura outside, missing the mark. 2 hits already today. And here comes a special pinch runner, I believe, coming in for California, Eric Anderson. And they may be sending him to third base. On a wild pitch or a pass ball, they want Anderson. So Eric Anderson.
Pass ball, wild pitch. All right, let's go.
1 ball and no strikes. Anderson at third. Prado ready. Ball.
Prado understands the situation, asking the umpire to make sure it's a 2-0 count.
Yeah, because the scoreboard showed 1 strike, and Prado wanted to make sure. It's 2-0. Scoreboard is not right. Game over. California wins it. Prado's walk-off single. And Huntington Beach, California captures the Little League World Series Championship.
Nice work. Hey.
Father and son. What a great moment. There'll be It's been a wonderful experience and a great performance by this Japanese team. As Huntington Beach, California wins the title in a dramatic 6-inning game. Ripped it. No doubt about it. Nick Prado, whose pitching beat Billings, Montana, and now his hitting drives in the winning run against Japan. A wonderful Little League Championship game. There's Suzuki and Prado embracing. These youngsters will be up on the hill playing ping pong, swimming shortly afterwards. Experiences for a lifetime. Friends forever. Japan won the championship last year, and this year it's the United States, represented by California. Just some special moments here. Takata, number 19 there with Suzuki. Special embrace. The California youngsters staying right with him. They know how tough this loss is. These two teams will take a lap around this field. And here is Eric Anderson dashing home with a coach close behind him. Taking the trophy back to Southern California. Let's go to Kyle Peterson.
All right, quite a moment here. Father and son, Nick Prado, Jeff Prado. That's quite a run. Bud, you had 2 hits coming into that, but your 3rd hit is the biggest one. That allows you guys to win this Little League World Series. How did it feel?
Unbelievable. Greatest moment of my life.
But you've had quite a tournament here. I mean, we saw you on the mound, we saw you at the plate, but of all this stuff, what's going to stick out the most? What are you going to remember the most?
Oh, that hit. That felt good coming off the bat. I knew it was over.
Jeff, what's it like for a dad to see this? I know you've been with these kids for a long time right now, but now it's your son that wins it with that last swing.
When he came up, I was just thinking Red Bluff game. You know, that's all I was thinking. I knew he'd do something with it, and this is great. Hasn't hit me yet.
Well, he led off that game with a triple. You guys come back to win that one. This time, that game-winning single wins it. Fellas, congratulations. You're the Little League World Series champs.
Thank you. Thanks.
And there's Mom. And you better believe she's a happy mother also. As her husband and her son carry off the hardware. Hagen Danner hit the home run that tied the game back in the third inning. And all of these youngsters contributed so beautifully to this. Just a tremendous performance by this team.
Young man has swung the bat beautifully the whole tournament, through the districts, the regionals, and here. And then the pinch runner that comes in. He gets to finish it off.
Eric Anderson dashes in with the winning run. And there's the championship banner. What a great time it has been, ladies and gentlemen. You couldn't ask for anything more. Congratulations to the Little League champions, California.
When we were young, running wild, chase the midnight sun. Remember all the crazy things we've done. The future so distant, so far from us. Now here we stand, a million miles in between our hands, reaching out with everything I am. Don't fall for tomorrow, just hear me now. Close your eyes, remember when we're all alive, so alive. We blend out all the city lights, feeling so real, so don't let forever go. We are free, we still believe we are the world tonight.
Oh, what a catch! They got it! Oh, do you believe that? Here they come!
We are free, we still believe we are the world tonight.
The grand slam! A massive crowd for the team from Pennsylvania. Put the bat on the ball, baby. These are memories you have for the rest of your life, win or lose.
Wow, this is Little League baseball at its best. California says hello to Japan.
This has been a special presentation of ESPN on ABC.